Hello, my name is Nicholas Benarje, and today I'll be giving my speech on co-ed education versus single-sex education. Is separating students of different gender helping the student out in the long term or the short term? Well, I actually have attended a co-ed school for the majority of my life. I went to a co-ed grammar school, and in high school I went to school with girls. And I went to this school, Marist High School. It's on the south side of Chicago. It's a Catholic institution. And we learned a valuable lesson that men and women have to become brothers and sisters for life. And it is important for students and their parents to pick out a school that best fits them and best helps them the most moving forward in their life. And co-education is beneficial for kids because it helps prepare students for the real world. It helps students' social skills, and it exposes students to competition. So in this presentation, I will discuss the advantages that co-education brings to young learners. Co-education is beneficial for young learners because it helps prepare them for the real world. You have to be able to work with different genders. It has been seen by Durrani that a highly talented student who went to a single-sex school actually underperforms because he or she gets nervous by the interviewee who is of the opposite gender. So this shows that students who don't go to a co-educational school can sometimes maybe get less confident talking to the opposite gender. In the workplace, you have to be able to work with all different kind of people. That being said, it is crucial that you are able to talk and get things done and have that capability of working with others. Co-education avoids discrimination later in life, according to Novotny. This is kind of a big deal. With today's world, we kind of are split, and it is important to learn that discriminating is bad. And Novotny also brings up a really good point that how are people going to be able to interact equally if they don't interact equally in school first? This is important because this just shows that single-sex education is kind of put at a disadvantage when it comes to interacting with different people. Being exposed to only certain people doesn't help you kind of expand your mind and see different sides of others. In addition to helping students prepare for the real world, co-education helps students expand their social skills. Being able to interact with the opposite gender helps with communication skills. Communicating with a girl can help a male student to become more confident in speaking in front of others, according to Friedman. Also, Smith says it is hard for some students to talk to the opposite sex, which makes it harder for them to speak in front of larger crowds. This is an important point because in communicating, you have to have confidence. Confidence is a key factor and is actually a skill that we learn in class. If you don't have confidence, you're not going to be able to speak in front of others, and it will cause you to be nervous, even more anxious than you already are. Listening is another social skill that could help benefit students. Being able to listen to another student's viewpoint is very important. I understand that students at a single-sex school come from different backgrounds, and it is very beneficial to learn from them, but it's also very beneficial to listen and be able to comprehend what a woman or a man is saying. With this, it helps you with marriage in the future. In the future, when you get married, you have to be able to listen to your spouse and really get to know who they are, and it helps build a strong relationship. Furthermore, co-education exposes its students to a wider variety of competition. A wider variety of competition helps a kid strive to be better. A kid will try to be more successful when competing against people who have different skill sets. I understand that in a single-sex setting that there is a lot of competition, but having a wider variety of competition is better at a co-educational school than just having competition against the same gender. You can learn a lot more from the different gender, and it can help you get better at certain skills that you thought that you couldn't get better at. According to Smith, this type of competition helps teach students to cope and accept failure. Some people, especially males, can become stubborn when not being as good at something than a female is. Being exposed to failure against a female in a co-educational setting can teach them that it is okay to lose to the opposite sex. It is important that they learn that females are better than males at certain things, and males are better than females at certain things. Failing to others is a part of life, and you're always going to be worse at something than someone else, and that is okay. Coeducation is beneficial for kids because it helps students prepare for the real world, it helps students with their social skills, and it gives students a wider variety of competition. Learning in an environment full of different people helps prepare these students for life in the workplace. Also helps students develop their social skills like communicating and listening to the opposite gender. This will help them boost their confidence when talking to the opposite gender as well. Having an understanding what the opposite gender feels and thinks is a very important life lesson for students to learn and be exposed to while in school. With competition comes learning experiences. It is great to learn from failures, and you can learn from others who are completely different from you. With all this being said, male and female students can learn a lot from each other in a coeducational environment, which can only help them develop into great adults.